Okay, tonight's homework. We are on 15-5 today. And your homework for tonight, I actually printed out some different worksheets for you, but we are finding the area of irregular shapes. That means shapes that are not your typical squares and rectangles. Okay, so I'm just going to start by just reviewing with you real quick on the first side of your worksheet. You'll have just a couple of typical rectangles to find the area of. And when we're looking for area, we always multiply the length times the width. So with this particular problem right here, it would be 5 times 2, which gives us the area of 10 square meters. So square meters. Okay. With this next one down here on the bottom, our length is 5 inches and our width is 3 inches. So in order to find the area, we're going to take length, which is 5, times width, which is 3, and that will give us 15 square inches. Now, with a irregular shape, that means that, again, it's not a typical square or a rectangle. This right here would be an irregular shape. Okay? With an irregular shape, what you need to do is you need to somehow turn it into a couple of different rectangles or squares. So with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line right down the middle here so that we have one rectangle going this direction and we have another rectangle going this direction. So we now have two separate rectangles, and we can use the same equation now to find the area. So with this orange rectangle here, I'm going to use my length, which is 5 miles, and I'm going to use my width, which is 10 miles. Okay, I'm taking this distance from here to here, and I'm multiplying it by this distance. So 10 times 5 gives me 50. So the area of this rectangle right here is 50 square miles. Now the next one, the red one here, I'm going to take my length. Now be careful, make sure that you're using the right number. Don't use 11 because 11 is only distance from this corner down to this corner. So don't want to use 11. We're going to use 16 because that's the distance from this corner all the way to this corner. So 16 is my length, and I'm going to times that or multiply that by my width, which is 3 miles, because that's the distance from this corner to this corner. My length times my width. So 16 times 3, well, 6 times 3 is 18. I put my 8, I carry my 1, and 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. So 48. Now, how do I get the area of the entire shape? Well, I add these two together. 50 plus 48 equals 98 square miles. Okay? So again, that's how you do it. You have to break this down into two separate shapes. Let me do one more. I think I've got enough time here to do one more. Okay, if I look at this last one here, again, I've got an irregular shape, so I'm going to split it right here and make two separate rectangles. One on the top, I'll make this one red, and one on the bottom, I'll make this one blue. Now just be very careful that you are using the correct numbers. So for my blue rectangle here, I'm going to use 9, which is my width, 9 inches by 11 inches, because that's my length, or that's my width, sorry, length and width. So I'm going to do 9 times 11, which I already know that is 99 square inches. Now for the top one, again, make sure you're using the right numbers. 14 times 25, 14 times 25, and that gives you 27, put my 0, 4 times 2 is 8, 2 times 1 is 2, so I get 0, 15, and 350. Now I just add these two together. 99 plus 150 equals 4.